How about now?
I can hear you now.
If you ride with friends, it's nice to be able to have communications and talk back and forth. We've been riding for a couple of years together now, and at first we didn't have any kind of motorcycle communications. But when we took our first trip to Colorado, bought a set of these Cardo Spirit HDs, and once we had them, it was one of those things of, why didn't we do this sooner? Because being able to talk back and forth not only increases our safety, but it's a lot more fun, I will say. They're pretty easy to use, they pair together well. I even use mine on my commute to listen to music from my phone. So overall, we're really happy with them, except when it comes to what I'll call dual sports scenarios. So out in the backcountry, off-road.
The listed range is half a mile line of sight. Not a big deal when we're out on the road together, but when you hit certain scenarios with the terrain or trees, that range drops significantly.
So here's our current setup. We have Cardo Spirit HDs on the helmet, which is paired to a Midland X-Talker radio via an Amazon Bluetooth adapter. The Bluetooth adapter included a remote push-to-talk button, so this sits on the left side handlebar, and when you need to talk, you push this button, hold it down, and then you can talk through the headset, through the radio, and transmit across the airways. The Midland radio sits in the tank bag, so we both have tank bags on our bikes. We could probably get longer range if we had these up on the handlebars, but this is just a simpler setup and didn't require anything else. This setup was inspired by a video from Jake the Garden Snake. I'll put a link to him down in the description below. His video goes way more in depth and covers a lot of options from wired, wireless, even higher powered radios that require a license. We're not going to get that in depth or that crazy with it. I will say when I started researching after watching his video, he left out an important piece of information that I think everyone should know, and that is buy a radio that uses a Kenwood adapter or a K-connector.
So you guys might be asking, why did we go with the Midland if this K-connector is so important? Well, it's because we already had the Midland radios and we were able to make it work. So for us, it ended up being cheaper to go that route versus buying a whole new radio and Bluetooth adapter. But if you guys are looking, we would recommend the Kenwood. It has more options and it will probably be cheaper if you don't already have something.
All right, so we're gonna do a quick range test. I'm gonna ride down this road here. I've got my trip meter reset. Ready? Quarter mile, can you hear me?
Affirmative.
Actually 0.2 miles, but I don't have like that. That's a quarter mile. 0.3 miles.
0.4 miles, can you hear me?
Affirmative.
So 0.4 miles, we've gone over a little bit of a hill. We've got trees in the way now. Creek crossing 1.
Half a mile, can you hear me?
Affirmative.
Get down here to around this tree. There's a pond. 0.6. This should be 0.7, 0.75 miles or so. Here's our pond. 3/4 of a mile, can you?
All I heard was static.
All right.
I can hear you, but barely.
All right, so we're breaking up here at 3/4 of a mile. That's pretty good. Heading back.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
So I'm going to say half-mile range reliably with terrain and hills. So just for comparisons, we're going to connect our Bluetooth headsets now, and we're just going to see how far we can get.
Rider A, ready.
Hello?
Copy, copy.
Okay, so we're going to do the same test here. It is disconnected. Let me reset my trip meter here. Now, they claim on these Cardos it'll go a half mile. I don't think it works that far. We'll see if we get to 1.1 miles if we can still hear. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go a lot.
See you.
0.1 miles. Can you still hear me?
Correct.
All right. The top of this little hill here should be 0.2-ish. And for the record, she can still see me, so it's still line of sight. Top of the hill, 0.2 miles. Can you hear me?
Clearly.
Okay.
Affirmative.
We'll get down over the hill here. And terrain and trees is where we've had the most trouble.
Rider A disconnected.
Right there. 0.25 miles, Rider A disconnected. So our range is far less than it was before.
So if we're out on a ride, we'll have our helmets paired together like normal. So Bluetooth to Bluetooth, helmet to helmet. And then we'll have our Midland radios paired as GPS 1 to the Cardo Spirit HD. So the Spirit HD allows you to have multiple devices hooked up at the same time, in addition to be able to communicate helmet to helmet. Not only talking to somebody else on the helmets, but you can have your phone hooked up, so if you get a call, you can take it. And then we have these paired as GPS 1. So it's set up so you can get turn-by-turn directions from a GPS. And if we're just riding close together, we use the helmet-to-helmet communication like normal. So you just talk. The noise canceling works great. It broadcasts without having to push a button. It's easy, it's convenient, and like I said, it's just the kind of the way we prefer to do it. But then if we get to an extended range, we know that then you have to push the button, hold it, and talk over the radio, and then we can communicate with much greater range, but a little bit reduced audio quality.
Truthfully, I was very resistant to this setup. I don't want to have to push a button to talk, and you would think, you're not going to abandon me out on the trail, so let's just go with the Bluetooth. But there were a couple situations that put us over the edge and had us change our mind.
If we're out riding around in the backcountry and we get to an obstacle, I'm typically going to go first. And if this obstacle happens to be a long hill climb, if I get to the top and I need to radio back, stay to the right, there's an easier line, watch out for that big rock on the left, or the trail forks, stay to the right, or don't go this way, I'm turning around, come back. With the Cardos, we'd oftentimes run out of range. You just couldn't do it. I'd have to either walk back down the hill or whatever, try to signal with my hands. With these now, I can simply push the button and pass along that communication. The second scenario we'd run into is we've started riding with some other people. Because she and I had the helmet communications, I'd end up trail leader and she would end up the caboose picking up the rear. And with two riders in between us of varied skill levels, it's not hard to get separated enough that the Cardos don't work, especially in wooded terrain. This gives us the extra communication we need.
Anyway, we hope this helps you with your decision making getting radios for the road. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.